Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my little oasis in the garden. This is the Purple Leaf BBQ Gazebo. Again, 6x8. We're going to get into all the specs in this video. We have shelving over here, so let's get straight into the video. We'll give you some tips about building it, and then we'll show you some really cool features. Just like all my videos, top link in the description box below this video is going to be this exact same 6x8 Purple Leaf Hardtop BBQ Gazebo, where you can read more about it and check it out yourself, of course, after the video is done. Let's jump on into it. All the boxes are open. Looking absolutely fantastic. Everything is packaged absolutely pristinely, looking good. So we have our roofing material here. It comes in 3 different boxes, instructions, hardware, all the 9 yards. We're going to show you it all. Don't worry about that. And our posts in this box right here. And this is going to be absolutely fantastic up against my existing gazebo because we are makeovering the garden area. We have some flowers over here. We have some planter boxes we're going to move out. We're really dialing in this space nice and green over here. So this is going to look absolutely fantastic coming into the garden. This is going to be the main focal point, and then the 6x8 hardtop grill gazebo is going to go right in front of it right here. This is going to look absolutely stunning. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking absolutely fantastic. All the framing is up and ready to go. Now we need to accomplish the roofing part. Now, according to the instructions, this is the time to go ahead and mount it down into the ground or on your patio deck, wherever you want to mount it down to. Now again, it does come with concrete anchors, as we can see right here, but if you need wood screws, washers, you're going to have to pick those up on your own. But if you have an application like I do here, I'm going to show you a way to do it. Now, with that said, it is very calm right now, but wind can pick up very quickly where I do live. But since it is calm this evening, I'm going to go ahead and complete the roof, and then I'm going to get it in transition. The reason I'm going to do that is because I want to move it over closer to this other gazebo, but I won't be able to get a ladder up and into the roofing area if it's too close. But I will show you the footers I'm going to use. I'm going to use cinder blocks, plumbing anchors, nuts and bolts, and we'll show that to you in just a little bit. That's what I've done to this gazebo. Dug some holes, 2 cinder blocks. We'll show you that in just a second here. But honestly, it didn't take me very long to get to this point, and the roof shouldn't take me very much longer either. Definitely a half-day job, and so let's go ahead and continue with putting the roof on. And here's a little tip for you here. So when you're on the roofing portion of it right here, easiest thing to do is one side, go ahead and just release this area over here. Then you can easily fit your roofing panel up there. This is for the top roofing panel portion. So again, this side is screwed in tight, but this side is loose over here, and that gave me perfect access. And then I put these back in, of course, the roof back in the channel, and then I'll put my little bracket on there as we did in the previous step according to the instructions, but just easier in my personal opinion, slipping on the roof panels in the top section of it here. All right, sports fans, so let's go ahead and show you how I did my footers, and this is the same way that I did all 4 footers, just because again I have soil, I don't have a cement pad or wood, etc. But if you had a deck, it'd be a lot easier. But this is just a little heads up if you do have soil and you're putting it in your garden like I am. I eventually will do landscaping and all that fantastic stuff, but for right now, this is going to hold it down just beautifully. All right, so what you're seeing here is 2 cinder blocks, and I'm able to do some plumbing wiring. Now, if you can, this copper plated, I believe it is just copper plated, it doesn't feel as strong as the actual steel stuff for some oddball reason. So I would go with the steel one. That's what I did on the other posts. Ran out and had this and finished it up, but I do need to get another roll in order to do one more post adjacent to us right here, but this will give you a picture. 2 cylinder blocks. Again, the cylinder blocks are open on each edge right here. And I did the plumbing pipe hanger, I'm just going to call it. That's what you find that in the plumbing section. It's like a pipe hanger, it's steel. And then I just got some nuts and bolts, and then I went around, tied it in right here, and then tied it into the footer here and over here, right here. So again, I got 2 sheets going that way. I couldn't get to the third, so I had to wrap another hanger across underneath these 2 hangers and bolted in here and then bolted in there. And the reason I bolted it in there, obviously, is to hold on to the cement. So God forbid the wind does pick up, which it definitely does here where I am. We get some crazy bursts of wind out of nowhere, 35 miles an hour. It could be peaceful and calm like it is tonight, and then all of a sudden, half an hour from now, you just never know. You got to be careful. So in order to protect your investment, protect your gazebo, this is going to hold it down. And so those hangers are tied down to the cement cinder blocks right here. I don't know the weight of the cinder blocks for each individual leg. That's going to hold that down really nicely. Not to mention I pack the cinder blocks full of dirt, really packing it in there with my hands, and then I lay dirt on top of it. As you can see, I need to smooth that out a little bit there. And then what that does is that makes it looks like it's, you know, embedded like an actual pole into the ground. But what I'm doing is I'm just going a little bit above these screws with hard pack. So obviously, you know, you don't trip over a nut and a bolt, etc. Highly sufficient. We had, let's see here, at least upwards of mid 20s, maybe 30-mile-an-hour winds. It's holding really, really beautifully. So let's go ahead and finish this up. Let's go ahead and stack some furniture out here at the barbecue. We'll get this going. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the final product, ladies and gentlemen. I might tweak some things eventually, but I put some nice flowers down here, some solar lights right here, some little candle boxes up on the shelves, and these shelves are really high end. When I picked up the double shelf, I was like, whoa, those have some weight to them. So very nice, sturdy. You can put your plates on here. And something I was just thinking is that obviously food preparation, or, and forgive a little bit of the wind, our wind's kicking up right now. That's why you definitely want to anchor it down, especially if you live in a high windy area. But right now we're getting, actually, I might have to grab my other microphone, but we're getting, that's a good solid 20-mile-an-hour gusts. This thing, I still haven't even done that side yet, just the three sides. This thing's sturdy as a rock. Very, very nice, especially with the two cinder blocks under each footing. So I got solar lights here, and you can even put up some stools and eat right here. This is definitely eating level as well on both sides, as you can see here. So you can have your full-on barbecue summertime fun. And don't forget about your hanging hooks. You got one in the middle, and you got little U-hooks right here and here. Actually, that's more like a U-hook. That's more of like a UC hook, where you can hang a fan, you can hang some potted plants, you can hang some lights, dial it in real beautifully. Now, if you were super stealth about it, this interior section of the roofing, you could actually put some LED lights and like run it up. Now, if you would have thought about that earlier, post all the way, potentially, for cord management, so you wouldn't see an extension cord, and then your LED lights would be in the interior here. Or you could just rig it up as you see fit. Very nice, absolutely stunning. Now, where I am in the country, again, this is a garden. It's still under construction, but we're getting some planting over here, so this is absolutely beautiful. I got my Weber grill right here in the middle, and eventually, I didn't want to get too crazy into the project, but eventually I will do probably some nice, either beautiful gravel or some nice stone work in here to kind of dial it in really nicely. Now, again, I do have it attached to my other gazebo, not like officially attached, but it's one big gazebo with an outdoor living space, and then it flows into the barbecue area here with my planter boxes over here, and flowers, carpet, table, nice chairs, again, dialing it in. And then coming from this direction, this is the 6x8 barbecue gazebo right here. Those shelves are sharp looking. Pup likes it, shading her. The sun is very strong where I live in Colorado. So having a hard top instead of like a patio with like slats where the sun could still come through, this is absolutely stunning. Now, obviously, you folks with the decks and patios, you're going to have this mounted into your foundation. You're going to have this mounted in your deck with your barbecue, but I am putting in a new back deck eventually, and so this area is a lot better fit for it. You get a nice breeze. The breeze is actually wound down now. That's just our typical weather. So moving back into it here, again, took me about a full half day for construction, especially putting in the footers. That's what did take quite a bit of time, and then, you know, obviously making sure the soil is all nice, and then taking a little extra time for the flowers, solar lights, decorations, etc., and moving my barbecue, which is not the lightest thing, from the back patio down to the garden. Pup loves it. Outside construction, absolutely stunning, beautiful. Now, in certain lighting, this is the dark gray color, but in certain lighting, it looks black, which I really, really like. So I like the combination of both. There's times I look up at the roof and I say, are those panels dark gray, and in this lighting, this direct color, it does look darker gray, but sometimes in certain lighting it looks black, which I personally really love. But obviously that's black, that's dark gray, as you can tell here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So coming back here, and I did put the logo on the outer portion of it here. I just personally like that, and I matched it up evenly with the back gazebo, evenly on each side, so it flows really nicely with the double roof. And then as you can see here with the double roof, this is going to be the centerpiece for the garden and eventually build it up. You know, I have a lot of other projects I have to do, and so I didn't want to get too crazy with it. I wanted the outdoor space to look absolutely beautiful and feel very inviting as well. So as you can see here with the double roof, let's pull back there. It is open right through here, and so if rain comes down, it's going to hit this, it's going to go on this one and then flow into your channels right here. Looking very sharp. And again, not even a wobble with about 20-22 mile an hour gusts as we just saw, but I will be putting in the fourth. I just have to pick up some more of that steel bar. And I'm thinking about putting in either a solar fountain, which would be the best bet, or I want to run some electrical so I can put up some lights in here, which would be pretty cool. I do again have the solar lights around, but I'm thinking about maybe putting a fountain somewhere around here. I like the sound of trickling water. You could have dinner out here. Again, this is Colorado. When the weather is nice, you are outside. Wintertime, we get some beautiful days here, but you don't really get the joy of being comfortable eating your meals outside. So summertime, when the weather warms up, you eat every meal outside. You enjoy your outdoor space, so make it your space. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the video. Once again, top link in the description box below this video will be this exact same 6x8 barbecue gazebo. But just like all my videos, please don't go into debt for anything I do make a video about. But if you do have the cash and it does intrigue you, please go ahead and purchase on away. If you wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up button, it helps the channel. Also, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'm going to get my hands on more Purple Leaf products, so stay tuned for that one. They have a lot of outdoor furniture, other gazebos, pergolas, so I'm going to be reviewing their other products, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Check out your link below. I will see you on the next video. My name's Chris. Take care for now. Bye-bye.